center it. Oh, what a goal! Josh Miller kept in. It's Batherson flipping into Stutzla, and he scores! That's a thing of beauty!
Stutzla in the slot. Stutzla, and he scores!
Giroux sent that through. Now Stutzla, left foot side of the goal. Kachuk scores! Towards Krista. Goes back across. Kachuk scores! Works this one around. Ottawa will keep in. Stutzla with a nice move. Shoots, score! It's the action we've been waiting for. Giroux. It's a back. Stutzla. Back to Giroux. One timer. And Claude Giroux scores! Drops it back. It comes back to the pass. Oh, he did it! He backs it in! Tim Stutzla and set ahead. Is going to put the finishing touch.
Welcome to the No Timers podcast. Everything Ottawa Senators and beyond is here. Here are your hosts, Raph and Peter.
Yes, that's right, and welcome to the No Timers podcast, presented by THPN, Game Time, Raycon, and everybody else. Welcome to.
Job.
Thank you. Welcome to episode 4, Peter. How are you today?
Doing good. Got my tea. Ready to roll.
I got my Diet Pepsi or Pepsi Zero, and I'm ready to go as well. All right. Well, we are recording this during the second intermission of the Sens and Leafs game. Oh, okay, so we'll look at that. Look at that eye on Timmy, eh? He got that puck in the eye. Look, it looks like a hockey player. Okay, well, welcome to episode 4 or 5. I can't remember now, but it's okay. We took a little break last week. You can call it a bye week if you want.
Sure.
But we are back. We're back here to talk Sens. We've had a few games that happened. Last we talked was when? Last Tuesday. So Buffalo. Nope. Well, it wasn't last Tuesday.
2 Tuesdays.
2 Tuesdays ago. So we had
We got some catching.
Rangers, Seattle, Buffalo, New York, and Boston. Okay. Rangers, Seattle, Buffalo, New York, and Boston. Let's talk about that Rangers game quickly.
Yeah, going back to that one, that was
Just for perspective here, we lost 2-1,
yes.
but we outshot them 41-18.
Yeah, that was just a case of Igor Shesterkin just winning that game for New York. I mean, that's why he gets paid the big bucks.
He will get paid the big bucks now. They're talking about 11 million for Igor now.
You know, the comments saying, he's going to reset the goalie market.
Yeah.
And I mean, that kind of showcases it. I know he's had not a great game against Buffalo after that, but I mean, he's consistently puts up good numbers, and that was just, he consistently has good games like that. It's just unfortunate Ottawa was on the receiving end. They couldn't figure out how to get more than 2 past them.
Well, more than one, yeah.
So it's just unfortunate. But then, I don't know. You have anything to add?
No, not really. We just got goalie that game. Nothing we could do really there. Shesterkin was great. Yeah, like I mentioned, we outshot them 41-18. I think was it Ullmark? I think it was Ullmark that game too.
Yes.
He played well, but we just got goalie. We could have won that game big time. I didn't watch it per se. We were actually at the spa that day. We were at Nordic Spa.
I was.
Well, yeah, me and the wife. Peter was. What were you doing that day? I don't remember.
I think I was.
It was a Friday.
I think I was just dead tired that day.
Okay, well, there you go. Yeah, and then the very next day, we come home, we play Seattle, and then we shut them out.
Yep.
Forsberg's back in net, so that's his second shutout of the game. The Sens kept that effort that they had against New York.
Yep.
Rolled over to the Saturday game, and we just rolled. We were there actually.
Yeah,
we were at that game against Seattle, and that was a very, very fun game to watch. Always good to see your team shut out the other team.
Yeah,
Um,
fans are really into it.
and me saying the word now does not apply to this game today, please. Please, hockey gods, because we are winning 3-0 against Toronto right now as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not talking about this game, I'm talking about that game.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
and it's a different goalie too.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the Seattle game?
yeah. I mean, yeah, it was just a great game. It was good to see they kind of continued that. I guess I don't know if momentum is the right word, but just
Yeah, I think it's momentum.
that play from the New York game where they just unfortunately
Yeah,
beat
goalie,
Igor,
nothing you can do
but
there.
against Seattle, they just continue that.
Yeah.
Especially being a back to back going from
Yeah, that's the thing too, right? It was
New
back to
York
back. Yeah.
back home. So it was good to see they kept it going. Forsberg was solid when he needed to be, and yeah, deserved that shutout too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a fun game for us as fans. I mean, I was saying like fans were really into that game. I remember nearing the second half of the third period, everyone was in good spirits.
Yeah.
Everyone was just moving all over the place.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
It made it fun. Made it more enjoyable.
Yeah, it's great when we're winning. The CTC gets buzzing and fans get riled up. It's always a fun time. Yeah, great game. Not much else to say about that except the full team game there. Forsberg picked up the big donut, and yeah, and then we're like, okay, we're on a roll here. We had 2 really good games when we didn't win because we got goalied, but then the second we kind of beat the crap out of them, and then we're like, okay, next game, and then we go to Buffalo 2 days later.
Yeah.
And then thing kind of goes down the drain here.
Boy.
I don't even remember what the score of that game was,
I
but
believe it was 5-1. It was not a good.
Yeah, it was not a good game. It
wasn't like one where it was like, oh, they were close, or as an example, like the Vegas games, like, oh, they were in it, but then they just lost control of it the last 5 minutes. No, it was just
it was not close at all.
Game over.
We got outplayed.
Oh.
I really don't know why we started Ullmark in that game instead of Forsberg. To be completely honest, my mentality is ride the hot goalie, right?
Yeah, there's that, but you can definitely make the argument. Should have started Forsberg because he's just coming off a shutout.
Yeah.
But Ullmark's still technically number 1. So
yeah, but I mean, like, I think in Ottawa right now it's a 1A 1B situation. So
Definitely.
if one of your guys is hot, play him till he's not hot. You know what I mean?
But maybe there's also just the fact that Ullmark's going back to Buffalo. Maybe just wanted to give him that opportunity.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, yeah, hindsight, maybe not the best decision, but it was one of those games where I don't think it mattered whether it was Ullmark or Forsberg.
I guess the D was crap. Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah, just the whole team just
Hamonic over JBD again. That whole thing. Because Zub I think was back for that Buffalo game, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he
was he not
in the next game. So
okay.
Still paired up with Sens.
Well, regardless, we'll talk about the Hamonic over JBD in a sec.
Yeah,
but I mean, bad decisions made by the whole team that game. We did not. I know it was a few days later after the Seattle game, but you would think, that they're like, okay, we played really well the last 2 games. We were high tempo, high momentum. Let's keep it going. Or they walk in there like they're sleeping. I don't know. Maybe they were at the casino in Niagara Falls before or something. I don't know.
It could just be one of those classic cases where I think Ottawa gets caught in this quite often, especially the past few years, where they either play up or play down to their opponent. And in this case, you could argue that they played down to Buffalo.
They did.
Thought it was going to be a quote easy game.
Yeah.
I know everyone will, most athletes, coaches, all that will say they never do that, but I'm sure psychologically, like, even if you're not consciously thinking that, it's subconsciously back there. It's like, we got this. Like,
yeah.
And I think to give Buffalo some credit, I think that was around the time when they were starting to turn things around for them.
Yes,
They,
yeah.
They,
They had a good.
they've been
They
playing
had a good
better
win.
lately. Yeah.
They had a good
They-
win before
they-
that. Yeah,
Like we were kind of talking earlier, they spanked New York,
they did. Yeah,
got chased Shesterkin out. Like,
Yeah.
how often do you see that?
yeah. I don't see that very often. No, you don't. Yeah. Anyway, so that Buffalo game is what it is. It's over. At that
Next
point,
one, though.
we're 6-6 on the season.
Yeah.
So we're back to 500. And then we were at this game too, the Islanders game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where are we at? I wish
Yeah, Ottawa ends up losing 4-2. Islanders go up 2-0.
they're up 3-0.
Well, they go up 2-0 in the second.
Yeah.
It was 0-0. The game was back and forth after the first, and they get 2 in the second, and then they get one more, and then Sens, try to
Tried to do their patented
late comeback didn't really work, and we got scored on the empty net. That was when Zub was back.
Yep.
And Mr. Coach Hamonic, Coach Travis Green chose Hamonic over JBD.
Yes.
Why? I don't know.
That it still remains a mystery.
Because everyone I've talked to, everyone I've listened, like podcasts, everything like Method, they all say as soon as Zub gets back, JBD, and Clevin, because they're clicking, right?
Yeah, they're playing well together.
Yeah.
Like their advanced stats, as much as I kind of sort of shat on them the last time we recorded, like they were good from what I remember. People,
yeah, they were a
sharing.
solid third pair of JBD and Clevin. And then Zub comes back, and then JBD gets yanked, and then Clevin goes to play with Hamonic, and then free JBD hashtags start on Twitter and everywhere else. Yeah, not a good game. A lot of we were watching that game, and then every time Hamonic had the puck, I was like, "Don't shoot into people's feet." And then he proceeded and shoot into people's feet, and then the guy in front of us was like, "Yep."
You were aggressively booing him.
Oh, aggressively! Every time he touched the puck, I was like, "Boo, boo!"
I think that was when it was 3-0.
Just gonna win again anyway.
And we were talking about it. I think after the game when we were on the way back, like I've tried to be positive even when the Sens have not played well. Probably just for my own mental health, to be honest.
Yeah, seriously.
But yeah, that game that was a game that you would think that if you just saw the score, you're like, oh, okay. But that game just deflated me, and it just brought back all the way of November Sens again.
Yeah.
And I was basically I was done. I was kind of not the whole positive Pete anymore to a sense.
Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah, no longer positive Pete, now pessimistic Pete.
I tried to defend Hamonic a bit last time we recorded. This time, I'm not gonna go as far as saying he sucks, but there really is no reason to have him play over JBD at this time.
Yeah,
agree. I agree with some folks where it's like Hamonic isn't the difference maker. Like if you were taking out, if you take him, if JBD played versus Hamonic in that Islanders game, would they have won?
I mean,
honestly, I don't think so.
I don't know, but it would have been less slap shots to the. Because I think one of his slap shots led to like a 2-on-1 the other way. I don't know if they scored, but it was a high percentage chance for for New York.
But like I was saying, I don't think he's the reason Ottawa was losing that game. Like that game, they, aside from the first period, even in the first period, I felt like they didn't play well, even though the score was still tied.
Yeah, it
was kind of back and forth. But aside from maybe the first 5 minutes, they just didn't really do a whole lot. Felt New York, the Islanders kind of figured out how they wanted to play, and they played their way.
Yeah,
while their passes weren't as good. That frustrates me a lot because we know how well they can pass.
We've
seen it in games, and their passes just off that game for whatever reason. And I don't know if I don't want to say effort there, but maybe mentally almost they weren't there.
Yeah.
That's why I said Hammock's probably not the difference maker, but at the same time, it's like he's not the difference maker, so why should you even play him?
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
Don't you want, even if it's your third string pairing guys, like they should be there trying to make a difference again to get you guys to win. So at that point, you might as well put JBD. If he's just there to be whatever, then he's not creating value for the team.
No. And on paper, JBD technically is better than Hamonic. If you look at, like, I play NHL 25, whatever. On the stats, JBD is like an 83, Hamonic's like a 78. So, okay, before we move on to the Boston game, just a quick word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
The quest for the Stanley Cup starts now. The puck's dropping on the 24-25 season. Get in on all the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting on something simple like picking a team to win. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, select your team, and place your first bet. And if you are new to DraftKings, listen up. New customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code THPN. That's code THPN for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 8778-HOPENY or text HOPENY 467369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 8887897777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino, Resort, Kansas. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after DOT issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ice. Copyright NHL 2024. All rights reserved.
Whether you're looking for courtside or upper deck, opening day or opening night, comedy or concerts. With Game Time Picks, we make buying tickets easy by serving up only the best deals on sports, music, and shows.
What time is it?
It's game time.
Let's talk Boston here. It's the Swaymark game.
Is that what we're calling it?
Swaymark game, yeah. So Linus Ullmark went back to Boston to face his old team. They had a whole little moment before the game there, where they hugged.
Great to see.
Got a little picture of Ullmark and Swayman. But in the end, the Sens were triumph. It was overtime, so we did end up giving Boston a point, but we got 2 points.
Yep.
That was a better game all around. We looked better. We looked like the Sens of, New York and Seattle game.
You could argue even better.
Yep.
Just because I can't remember the exact stat, but it was like Boston went how long?
Oh, they went a full period. So in real life, I think they went like an hour and 13 minutes without a shot.
Yeah, but
and then they went the whole third period with no shots.
Yeah, it was like
it
was like 20 plus something minutes where they did not get a shot, and then when they finally get one, Ullmark makes a big save. Transitions gets the OT.
Exactly. That was a great game. Yeah. I don't know how many times, I haven't actually looked this up, but I don't know how many times in Sens history we've actually not let a shot in or shot on the net in a period, and that was fun to watch. I didn't watch all of it because I was at a gala. But I did see highlights and I did read all about it afterwards, and no shots in the third period at all, and in the end, I think the last 5 or 6 minutes of the second as well. No shots for Boston. So that was perfect game for us. Right. As you mentioned, the overtime winner was overtime started hot too because we got the puck. I don't know if you saw the overtime.
I did not, so enlighten me.
So overtime starts. Sens win the puck. And then I think Josh Norris takes the face-off. Brady gets it, goes down the corner, sends it to Norris, who shoots, misses, but then the puck comes right back to Brady, and he whiffs at it. Like he hits it, makes a save. Then they come back, the 2-on-1. And then Ullmark makes that beautiful pad save, which in turn gives us the Brady Kachuk going back on the 2-on-1 with Norris, where he just snipes it. And yeah, it was literally like 20 seconds into overtime, and we won that game. Beautiful. And we are here today. Tuesday, November 12th. We are watching the Leafs game versus the Sens. Right now, it is 3-0 for the Senators. A great game. I don't know. Have you seen any of it up to this point before we started watching? Or
I was busy, so I jumped in here. What was like 10 minutes into the second?
Yeah. Well,
so I missed all the goals actually.
Well, as you can see, we are outshooting them 35-18 right now. The score is 3-0 our way this time.
Yeah, there was speaking of like no shots, they showed a brief stat there where
twice
Toronto was without a shot for close to 8 minutes.
Yeah, so the second for 8 minutes, and then the first was around 7 minutes.
Okay, so Ottawa was, trying to keep up that very good play. Very I didn't watch the Boston game either. I was busy as well. I was at a friend's baby shower.
Yeah, congratulations to them.
But yeah, I don't know if it must be like from what I can see from this Toronto game, like they're controlling the neutral zone very well.
They are
good forechecking. Like Toronto's at times had trouble getting out of their zone. They've been icing the puck a lot.
Yeah.
Also, like doing well, like blocking shots,
just like that. Actually, Clavin blocked one.
Blocking shots, and then quickly, grabbing the loose puck and getting it out. Like it's just like a very, very solid game. Like just puck control, I'd say.
Yeah, and all lines having a hell of a game here. Timmy's having a great game as well with his black eye. He's going. Yeah, there's the stats for the shots allowed. See, that's what I meant. 9 minutes in the first and 8 minutes, almost 9 in the second again. Yeah, against the Leafs.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Should get better, but ooh.
Oh yeah, looks bad, eh? If you look at it, you're like, ooh.
Also, like, how do you play like that?
Apparently that
big credit to him.
Yeah, so apparently that the game where he got smoked in the eye with the puck.
Yeah, that was.
He said he couldn't see out of his right eye for the rest of that game. Yeah, for the rest of that game, he's like, I couldn't see anything out of that eye. So apparently you can see now because you got a beauty goal tonight. So
yeah, but it's still like that's gotta be tough to play with.
Yeah.
Like whether you can see it or not. Like,
yeah, because you can see his eyes are bloodshot.
Yeah.
Bloodshot. Anyway, he'll be fine. He's got the hockey player look now. He's got the dark visor and everything. And you mentioned your friend's baby shower. I just want to congratulate actually the Perron family.
Yes.
They had their baby after they were having complications. So congratulations to them and all the best to their family as well.
Hope things work out. I know I've heard there's still some complications going on, even though the baby has been born.
Yes. But, I think that's why he's not playing.
Wish all the best.
Yeah. So, all the best to the Perron family, and hopefully you come back to help us in the season soon. But obviously, family first. Yeah. Okay. As we are watching this Leafs game, there have been a couple things that I've seen that I have not liked, although we are up 3-0. Nick Cousins took 2 penalties. One was a very, very soft call where they clipped skates and then the guy fell over. They called a tripping on that. But then the second one was a very blatant tripping call, which was very unnecessary by Nick Cousins again. And then I already tweeted bench Nick Cousins. Got a few likes out of that. But it's that type of thing, it's that type of thing that we've talked about before about Nick Cousins that he can't keep doing, man. Like, if you keep this up, we're gonna sit you. So,
yeah, we talked about before. Like, he's supposed to be that kind of pesky guy, trying to draw penalties. But you're not supposed to get penalties yourself.
Yeah, don't take
And
stupid penalties.
it doesn't feel like he's been doing that very well this season so far. So yeah, I mean, it may come to the point where
Yeah, you trade him, you sit him, you do something, right?
Yep.
Because yeah, we talked about this. I think last episode we did 2 weeks ago. He hasn't really contributed offensively. I think he has 2 assists on the year now.
maybe.
No, I think he has two
Not-
or 3.
Not a whole lot.
He doesn't have any goals, if I'm not mistaken, either. And he hasn't really been in people's faces, which is what we expected from him. Get up, Penta. When we got him from when we signed him from Florida. So I don't know. Yeah, it's another thing to look at.
Was maybe I don't, but how was he played before? Like, was he a fourth liner like he is now in Ottawa? Or...
Yeah, he was a third, fourth liner guy, but he seemed to be pesky. I remember hating him in Florida. Same with Perron. Although Perron, I think he's more talented.
Yeah,
than
it's not like.
But he hasn't been that. Although he hasn't played much, but from what he has played, he hasn't been that guy that's up in your face that we hated last year. So hopefully, when he comes back, he's back to being that pesky guy that people end up hating playing against, and that's what we want from both these guys.
Yeah.
Honestly, if we end up finishing this game and the win column, we will go over 500 again. Okay. We will go to 8-7-0, and then I think we will be at 3. No. How many games have we won? One so far. 2. So we'd be at 2.
Maybe back to 500 for the month.
Yeah, 2-2.
It's 2 and 3 written.
Oh, so we'd be at 2 and so we'd be at 3 and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have 3 and 3 in the month of November. Next up is Philly on Thursday. I don't know. It should be a winnable game, but honestly, we don't know.
Yeah.
Because we thought that about Buffalo, and we thought that about
the Islanders. Yeah.
Islanders, and these lower teams, and we're like, nope.
Again, less positive beat. Like, we're in November. We all know how things can go in November with this team. So
yeah.
Yeah. I hope for. I'm not taking anything for granted.
Yeah, and then after the Flyers game, we played Carolina.
Ooh,
yeah, I mean we beat good teams, so I don't know.
Yeah, but
yeah, Carolina's always
still very good. Like
Carolina's always tough.
I would put Carolina is on par with the Rangers. They're above like Toronto, Boston. So
yeah,
I personally think it would be a much tougher opponent. Honestly, I would say that's a loss.
Carolina, yeah. And it's at Carolina too. It's in Carolina too, so it is a tough one.
And then I don't know. Do you want to talk about the next Tuesday game?
We could. We were gonna be at that one. It's
Right.
the Edmonton one where we'll be at that, so we can talk about it now just for a little bit. Edmonton, they're doing all right.
Yeah. McDavid's back. So,
yeah, McDavid. It'll be good and fun to see McDavid live.
Yeah, never actually seen him live, so that'll be fun for me.
How was that over the glass penalty we just took?
So.
Clavin, damn it. Anyway, yeah. So then next week Tuesday we play Edmonton. We'll be there. We'll probably record another episode on Monday before that. But yeah, looking forward to these next few games. Hopefully, we end up with plus 500 record by the end of the month here.
Yep, that's
got a few games to go still.
That's my hope for this team throughout the season. Every month, be over 500.
Yeah. I like if we keep playing like this, we should be fine. But honestly, I don't know. This team is very,
look ahead.
Very up and down.
We're playing on Monday.
Calgary.
Okay.
And then San Jose, and then Kings.
The teams at the end of the month. Again, they should win, but
we should beat San Jose and LA.
November Sens.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it's tough.
Ideally, and hopefully there's a good chance they end above 500 for the month.
Yeah, and ideally it's not one over 500, but at least two, right?
Yeah,
Or more.
but
Anywho.
I'll just take it.
Anyway,
For
yeah.
November? Oh, that's a weird.
Yeah, if we get over November above 500, even if it's just one game over 500 on the month, not on the season, then yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, well, honestly, I think that's mostly it for today. We kind of wanted to. I know it's been 2 weeks, but there hasn't really been much to talk about besides the the one thing we talk about all the time, which is the Hamonic situation, and then why is he in the lineup? Why is JBD out? Oh, I do want to give
for next week for more Hamlet.
Yeah, I do actually want to give a shout out to, I don't know if whoever's watching this game on TSN 5 today, Kenzie Lalonde. Congrats on doing the PA call, not the PA call, but the play-by-play call. Yeah, doing a great job. She's the voice of PWHL games here in Ottawa as well. She is a local girl. She's from Canada, Stittsville area. So congratulations to her. We were listening to the game earlier. We're going to go back and finish watching. She was doing a great job. Yeah, she's. I feel like she's doing a great job, and she's great at what she does. She knows what she's talking about, which is nice. And then I think just being that local person gives her that more of a I don't know. I think it's more special for her first game being an Ottawa game.
Yeah.
So
and also
congrats to Kenzie.
Not only being an Ottawa game, but you're also Con Leafs, so you get a lot of exposure there.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, she's a great play-by-play announcer in my opinion.
She's really good.
Very well. Seems to have a good pairing with Jamie McClellan there.
Yeah, Noodles.
Color commentator. Yeah, so
come on the podcast, Noodles.
It was fun.
Next time I see him at the CPC, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, you want to come on our podcast?"
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, but congrats to Kenzie. Doing a really, really solid job so far, and then do play-by-play for your home team.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
And, thank you to TSN for allowing that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
TSN continually showing that, at least in Canada, for the better broadcast team.
Big save by Ullmark. Let's go. Yeah, and
I just fix your blackouts.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah, I tweeted out that I think that Kenzie should be the voice of the Ottawa Senators on TSN going forward. I wouldn't mind that at all.
Yeah,
because
I'm a big Gord Miller fan.
So I love Gord.
I'd be happy either way, to be honest.
I love Gord. He does great calls, but he's more of since the Leafs are more on TSN now as well. He does more of the Leafs side, so I wouldn't mind Kenzie doing our games as well.
Like I said, I'm happy.
Yeah. Well, as you can see, my corner has been updated. We got some new stuff here. We got the Alfie poster and the Batherson jersey. It's looking nicer now and more organized. And I have the Phillips poster here too that we got last game. And anything you want to add here before we say we go home here?
I mean, hopefully the team just keeps playing this way. I mean, I'm now gone to PTSD mode for the month because it is
in November.
Yeah, that Islanders game is really did something. I'm nervous.
Yeah,
because just like everyone, that's all fans. We really want this team to make the playoffs, and November is like the Achilles heel for this team to make it. So I'm just nervous, praying.
Yeah, just get through November.
You have to make some sacrifices.
Play a bunch of games this month too.
Sacrifice a goat or something. I don't know. Send us ideas.
Yeah. Send us ideas. What should we do? All right, cool. Well, thank you everyone for listening, for watching. Thank you to our sponsors and facilitators. We will be back next week, and as always, keep on keeping on. Don't stop believing, and go Sens go.
No Timers podcast. Make sure to stay tuned every week for a new episode. Thanks for listening.